I think I'm live. So what's up, guys? It's Phil from Here to There Travel here. I am going to try to refresh my screen to make sure that I am in fact live. Let me double check. For some reason, this OBS thing that I use doesn't let me know exactly when I'm live. Let's see. Am I live? Am I not live? Looks like I'm live. How's everybody doing so far? All right. Well, and that every time I do that, it comes on. Okay, so how's everybody doing tonight? Good to see you again. This is Phil. If you guys don't know me from Ear to There Travel and the Ear to There podcast, I see a couple of people coming in. That is good. I wanted to talk tonight about a couple of cool things, but let's. I'm going to wait a couple more minutes before people can get into the live video. Sarah Cook Pierce. Hello, Sarah. How are you? Thank you so much for coming on. I'm going to slide this thing over so I can see it a little bit better. So, check this out, guys. I put this on my Facebook page. It's my cool land shirt. Not Facebook. Trivia question of the night for you guys. You may or may not know the answer to this one. There is an attraction in the land called Living with the Land. What was it called before the renovation? So before it was Living with the Land, it had a different name. What was the other name of the attraction? Austin, how are you, buddy? Thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. Good to see you. Glad that you can watch live as well. So yeah, if you guys didn't get it, what is the previous name of the Living with the Land attraction? I'm curious to see if anyone remembers or knows it. I got this cool shirt on eBay, actually. I'm adding to my completely nerdy Disney. And Walter Songer, before I can even ask the question a second time, hits it out of the park. Listen to the Land was the name of Living with the Land before it was Living with the Land. So I want to know. See, it's only me that is on live. You guys are hanging out in a little box. There you go. That's exactly what I was going to say, Walter. I was going to see if anyone could sing the song, but since it's only me that's here live, you got to do, let's listen to the land. All right. That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting for Listen to the Land from me. But yes, it was Listen to the Land. That was the name of the attraction. So yeah, good song. I think I played it on a podcast once when we talked about, I don't know. I don't even know what we talked about. There's been a lot of podcast episodes. I was looking yesterday. I'm up to like 97 episodes of the podcast at this point. The actual podcast, I think, is up to 62, 63 this week, but up to almost 100 episodes that I've recorded in the last year plus. So it's pretty exciting. And I don't know if you guys saw on my Facebook page, I've got Jim Cummings, the voice of Winnie the Pooh and Tigger 2 and Darkwing Duck and Monterey Jack from Rescue Rangers, all kinds of people. He was like bullet number 2 in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. He is going to be a guest on the show this week. I think I'm interviewing him on Tuesday morning. So he will be on with me. So that'll be very, very cool. I am super excited about that. If you guys could do me a favor, where's the share button? Is it down here, I think? Down there somewhere? Along there. If you wouldn't mind, share the video for me. Let people know that I'm doing the live video, that it's out there. I'd really appreciate it. Allie Miller, thank you for coming on. Allie was just on the podcast last week, I believe, when we did the top character meet and greets in the parks. That was a fun one. Everyone say hello to Allie. Hi, Allie. That was fun. And my wife, Amy, did that one with me as well. That was cool. So, we got a good amount, 9 people in here, 10 people in here. Let's start talking about the news, Walt Disney World for the week. And this one that I wanted to talk about isn't really news, but it's one of the questions that I get, right, all the time. And it's about free dining. Now, don't get excited. Free dining the dates have not been announced yet. There's been bounce back offers that are out there with quote unquote like the unofficial dates, but the actual free dining dates have not been announced yet. But if you don't know what free dining is, it's a promotion that you get the dining plan for free. So it's based on where you're staying. So if you're staying in a value resort, you get the the quick service, dining plan for free. If you're staying at a moderate resort, you get the Disney dining plan, standard dining plan for free. And if you were staying at a deluxe resort, you get the deluxe dining plan for free. Now, they were announced, the dates were announced toward the end of April last year. I think it was like April 24th or 25th. So I assume the same thing is going to happen this year. It'll be the same exact thing. So look for it to be, the dates to be announced in the next few weeks. Here's the thing. Okay, so free dining. What do you get? So if you're staying at a value resort, you get the counter service. You get 2 counter service meals per day, per night on a reservation, plus 1 snack. It's per person, per night on the reservation, and one of those refillable drink mugs for valid free resort for the length of your stay. The moderate, if you don't know what that is, the moderate resorts, they get 1 table service meal, 1 counter service meal, 1 snack, 1 refillable mug, and the credits are good. 1 for each night on the reservation per person. And the deluxe one is, now that's kind of cool. You can do whatever you want, basically. You get a combination of however many counter service or table service meals you like each day, plus the snack. Also, you can do 2 table services if you want. And you get the refillable drink mug as well for that. Deluxe is a lot of food. If you're a big eater, that might be a good way for you to go. My family, we right now, to be honest with you, don't use the dining plan. We have little kids. Bethany Marie Miller, thank you for coming on. You are not late. This isn't class. I'm not taking roll or attendance. So you're perfect. You're fine. Thank you for just coming on. So my kids, as I was saying, we don't do the dining plan, my wife with our kids, because they're very picky eaters. They won't eat a whole lot that Disney World has to offer. So for us, we use the service, and I'm not getting paid by them. Yes, I'm sorry. Stacia, I messed it up. It is 2 snacks with the quick service dining, I believe. Thank you for kind of correcting me there. Is it 2 snacks? I got to double check. I think she's right. Off the top of my head now, I'm kind of blanking because it hasn't always been. But as I was saying, I don't do the dining plan. Kim Sexton, Doherty, thank you. Is your last name Doherty or Doherty? Did I ask that before? I've sent you 85 emails and I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I would guess it was Doherty. Anyway, just let me know, Anyway, so as I was saying, we don't do the dining plan with my kids because they're picky eaters. We use a service called Garden Grocer. I don't make any money from them. They're not an affiliate. But they will. You can order before you go. They will deliver food to your resort. We do that a lot for breakfasts and lunch for my kids. For in the parks, we bring them because they don't eat anything. They won't eat fries. They won't eat chicken. My son eats chicken nuggets and fries. The girls don't eat anything, so they'll eat stuff that we bring. That's also a really good service if you want to think about it. So you should try that. Give it a thought to try Garden Grocer when you go. Okay, so as far as the dining plan goes. There are some resorts though that aren't included in the dining plan or in the free dining, right? So we're looking at the Fort Wilderness campsites. Stacia says it just changed this year. Yeah, I'm the travel expert, but you're right. It is the 2 snacks per person in that plan. So anyway, the ones that are excluded are from the free dining are the Fort Wilderness campsites, the bungalows at the Polynesian, Grand Floridian Villas, Bay Lake Tower, any 3-bedroom villa, Port Orleans French Quarter, which is one that a lot of people book, so just keep that in mind, and the Little Mermaid rooms at the Art of Animation Resort. So they are all not included in the free dining promotion. Now, one thing that you might want to look at if you're looking at going and you want to get to free dining is don't wait till next month when that is released. You can book now. Whether you book through me, you book through Disney, you book through a different travel agent, anyone. You can book it now, and then once that once that promotion comes out, you can add it to your plan, to your reservation. It makes sense because those rooms go like that. They go very, very quickly once that promotion is released. And you may not have a chance. Like say you want to stay at Port Orleans Riverside. you might not get that chance to stay there with free dining if you wait until the day free dining is announced to book it. Because that day, telling you from experience, gets nuts. I think last year I was on the phone or on my computer for 12, 14, something like that, straight hours getting free dining reservations for people. It gets crazy. So don't wait. Book it now. Look at the historic dates, right? So the last year the dates were, Misty, thank you so much. Misty Shores, thank you for sharing the video. I really appreciate it. Thank you anyone else for sharing too. I really appreciate that as well. Last year's historic dates for free dining were August 23rd through October 1st, November 15th through November 21st. That's my birthday. If anybody wants to send me a birthday present, November 21st. November 26th through November 28th. December 10th through December 21st. That seems wrong. Am I reading the wrong thing? I guess that's right. 2016, they were the 2016 dates. No, I guess they're right. But the thing about free dining is you have to book a minimum stay of 3 nights, a maximum stay of 14 nights, and you have to buy tickets. That has to be part of the package. You need at least 2-day base tickets in that package in order to qualify for free dining. And you also have to check in during your check-in has to fall into one of those time periods. So, but if you do book now, and say you book now at Port Orleans Riverside or Art of Animation Suite or one of the other resorts, deluxe resorts, and the times came out, the dates came out, and your check-in date didn't fall in there, you can always move your reservation to a date where it does go in line with free dining, and you won't have to refund your $200 deposit. So they will just reapply it. So just think about it. It makes sense to book it early instead of waiting, to be honest with you. Matt Shane, how are you, man? Thank you for joining. Peggy, I call her Mrs. Rosado. Peggy Rosado, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. And again, anyone who feels like sharing, I think the button's down there somewhere. You can share it. Really appreciate it. Jacqueline, they did not announce free dining. They did not announce it yet. I just wanted to give people the heads up on free dining for next month when it will most likely be announced. Jacqueline Murphy, thank you for coming on. Thank you for asking. I just wanted to let everybody know that you can book in advance. You don't have to wait. I'd actually recommend you not wait until free dining is announced because it's a madhouse and it's hard to get what you want exactly when free dining is announced. My phone is falling on my counter here. Nancy O'Kelly, thank you for coming on. Joseph Getz, hey Joe, thank you for coming on as well. Halloween party dates have not yet been announced as far as I know. Last time I checked my computer was before I came on, was a couple of hours ago. We had my daughter out to to dinner. She had a concert tonight, so we took her out to dinner. Yeah, Misty wants to know if they're going to include French Quarter for free dining. They haven't. In the last couple of free dinings, as far as I know, historically, it was involved. It was included in the past. Last year, I believe the year before, I don't know. I wasn't doing this then, but it wasn't included. So French Quarter is a tough one. That's been left out in the past. All right, so moving on. Misty, and I did get your question earlier. We'll get to that in a little bit about the transportation and the security at the parks. I did want to get into that. But Spike Stanton, welcome, man. Thank you for coming on. Matt Shane wants to know how long would I wait for Pandora so it's not a madhouse. I think it's going to be a madhouse for a while. I'm thinking, Frozen Ever After, excuse me, kind of madhouse. 6 months. I'm expecting very Harry Potter-esque kind of waits for that land. And maybe I'm crazy, but in seeing what we've seen and seeing the little snippets of Pandora that we've seen so far, I think it's going to be a home run for Disney. By the way, I am in. I put it on my Facebook page. Last week I was talking to you guys. I was complaining that I wasn't going to be able to go see Pandora, the World of Avatar, I wasn't invited for media, but I did get in as an annual pass holder. So May, now I forget the date off the top of my head. May, I think it's 20 something. I will be, May 17th, excuse me. I will be with Mr. Johnny Shortsleeve. He and I will both be visiting Pandora. So if we are allowed to video, we will. If we are allowed to record audio, we will do a podcast while we walk around and check it out. We will let you guys know as soon as we can. Yeah, Matt, Facebook Live. If we can do Facebook Live from Pandora, we will. I'm not sure what they're going to let us do. So whatever we can do, we will do. If it's a podcast, if it's Facebook Live, if it's a Facebook video, if it's a phone call, we'll figure something out. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm getting a couple comments here. Let's see. Yeah, Bethany says she thinks longer than 6 months. It's going to be a while. It's going to be nuts. She said the locals are going to wait for fall. Yeah, I don't blame you even a little bit. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be crazy. And it's the thing with something like that, something big like that opens, is it's never seamless, right? There's always breakdowns. There's always issues. Like Disneyland opened on July, was it 17th, 1955, and women were still getting their heels stuck in the hot tar in the asphalt. Or I guess tar and asphalt, they're not the same thing, right? Well, in the asphalt. There were no, water fountains the opening day. It was a mess. So I expect, while they've gotten much, much better with that in the past, it's going to be a little of a madhouse and a little bit of a mess in the beginning. Another thing that Disney announced recently that I really didn't talk about much on either my podcast or, why am I so itchy? I'm like itching. I caught something at Pizzeria Uno tonight. So one thing I didn't really talk about on the podcast or my video or anything is the summer room discounts. So it's the standard Disney discount that they offer every year. I'm not going to go completely crazy over it. I don't want any of you guys to go completely crazy over it. Just being honest with you, yes, I want to book trips. No, I am not going to, blow smoke. You know what? Because it's a good deal. The deals are going to be good. 25% off select Disney Resort hotels. You're going to save money, but you save money on a lot of the packages they put out. It's the standard package. You have to book it by July 14th, 2017. The dates to save the 25% at select resorts are May 28th through August 31st, 2017. Here's the cool thing about it, though, is it starts May 28th. Pandora opens May 27th. So if you do want to get in, if you want to see Pandora this summer, late this spring or early fall, I say, that why not try to get this 25% off? It's a good, it's like I said, it's a good deal. It's not a great deal. It's not this phenomenal promotion that they're offering, but why not? And if you're looking to book a deal during that time, if you want to go see Pandora, if you want to be one of those first people to go there, look me up. I'm here. I'll be in this little tiny room waiting for your call. So please call. That's all I do is book Disney trips. So, So if you want a price, if you want a quote, if you want anything, let me know. Shoot me an email, phil@earththairtravel.com. You can call me. I'm going to give you my cell phone number right now, 267-357-4868. Facebook message, anything. Just get in touch. I'm happy to help you. Even if you have a question, I always tell my clients, even if you're like, hey, where's the closest bathroom when you're in the parks? Just ask, and I'll help you. Okay, one other thing that I wanted to talk about, and thank you guys for coming on and chatting and hanging out and, and for sharing. If you didn't share, please, feel free. Is it there? Right there? I don't know. It's down there somewhere. Feel free to share the video as well. So this is a big news that came out of Walt Disney World this week is the security changes at the Magic Kingdom starting on Monday, September. Where am I going? April 3rd. So guests who are headed to the Magic Kingdom from the ticket and transportation and ticket center now will go through security, the metal detector, and bag check at the transportation and ticket center. So that they're hoping, what Disney is hoping is it's going to really ease the congestion of people getting into the Magic Kingdom. So, so you will have your bag checked before you get on the monorail or before you go on the ferry to get over to the Magic Kingdom. So what that means for people staying at The Contemporary, the Polynesian, or the Grand Floridian is if you're going to take the monorail over, they will check your bag and go. You can go through the metal detector before you get on the monorail, which will save you the time when you get to the Magic Kingdom for waiting in the security line. Now, Misty Shores asked me this afternoon, what does that mean for people who are doing the monorail crawl? So I called Disney this afternoon to try to figure it out, and I was not given an answer. So if anybody on here knows, I really appreciate it. You can write that in the comments. Cheryl Karen Dunnigan, thank you for coming on. Thank you. I like my shirt too. If you guys didn't see it, it is the land shirt. So yeah, Bethany's saying they have a lot of room in that area. Hopefully it's not as crowded. They do. Where you will be getting checked in and going through the metal detector, there is a lot of room over at the Ticket and Transportation Center. I keep saying Ticket and Transportation. Transportation and Ticket Center. So hopefully it will ease the congestion a lot. But I am not sure if anyone knows about the monorail people. If you're going from monorail resort to monorail resort, I honestly don't know, and Disney couldn't give me an answer today. So I'm sure they have a plan in place for Monday, but I just wasn't told, and I don't know if the frontline cast members have an answer just yet. Austin saying that the new security is an improvement. He's seen the bag check line get insanely long. Dude, I've waited, and we bring a couple of bags with us because little kids, we have strollers, we bring, and then the worst was last trip. They all brought these little these little Velcro lunch boxes. So we had literally like 5 bags, a camera bag, my wife's purse that she put stuff in, and 3 little lunch boxes to check. It was, oh my God, it was a nightmare. The poor security guards. Missy, I'm sorry. I did do some research. I could not figure it out today. I'm hoping that we will have an answer on the next. I know we'll have one by Monday. I can't imagine that Disney will make you go through security every time when going from resort to resort, but unfortunately, crazier things have happened, and people have had to do stuff like that in the past. But I do think, I think it's going to really help with the congestion over there. I mean, getting off the monorail now, trying to wait in those lines at security, and then when you're going through the gates, I know they have the annual pass holder, check-in now or turnstile. The lines are just as long there as they are everywhere else, if you ask me. I'm hoping that it helps. And I hope, Missy, if I find out the answer to that, I will let you know right away. I have your email. You're on my Facebook Messenger. Heck, I was on your radio show. So I know you guys. I will get back to you as soon as possible. I really hope that helps with that congestion. And in this day and age with it's a smart move with a kind of, you got to up the security with the way everything is. And the monorail seems to be carrying a ton of people every day. I feel much better getting people's bags checked before getting on a monorail. It just makes sense to me. Missy, I don't know. Again, it's a good question. Just how would they know where you're going unless they make separate cars for Magic Kingdom? I'm not sure. I'm assuming they have that figured out. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to give you an answer. I know it could be kind of a pain if you have to go through security every time. So I hope myself that that's not what it's going to be. All right. Well, that's it for the news. Thanks, Spike. No, the pleasure was mine. Spike said it was awesome being on the radio show. I'd love to do it again. You and I have to get on a phone call and talk about it. I'm sorry. I was a little nuts this week with the kids. But we will talk about it. I would love to do it again. It was a lot of fun. You guys are a lot of fun to talk to. And as Disney fans, you and Misty, it's if you guys didn't see it or didn't hear it, well, you would have seen it. It was radio. It's White Knuckle Radio. I think, Spike, please, you can put your if you don't mind, put your I'm pointing to this so you guys can see it. Your website in the comments. I think it's whiteknuckleradio.com. But check it out. It was a lot of fun to be on there. And again, Spike, Stanton, and Misty Shores do a great job. It's a fun show. And it is not just, they were very, very, very family friendly when I was on. It's not Just I want to give them a warning, guys. It's not always family friendly, like like my podcast and my Facebook Live videos. But it was a lot of fun. There it is, whiteknuckleradio.net. I'm sorry, it's not .com. So go check those guys out Fridays and Saturday nights. I had a lot of fun doing their show. It was cool. So yeah, check them out when you can. All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for this week. I just wanted to make sure I got up on, talked to everybody, talked about the newest news, the latest info, the cool stuff that's going on. I also want to know, crowd control, yeah. I agree. Misty and Spike said, not for little ears, and we keep it PG. Yeah, Austin, I agree. Glad it's going to be implemented. Yeah, it's a good idea to get the ball rolling on the security issues now, rather than wait until the middle of June when the parks are, completely full and they're trying to figure out a new security system. So, yeah, I'm glad they're doing it now. I'm super happy about the security. Listen, I'm never going to complain about waiting in line for security in Walt Disney World ever. Anything that can keep my family safe and the people around me safe is always, always, always good for me, great for me. So thank you. Thank you to Disney. But no, I appreciate that Disney's doing that. We stay at the Monorail Resorts. I'm happy to jump on, get in line, get in the. If I have to wait in the metal detector every time, I have to wait in the metal detector. I'm cool. I don't care. It's like the airport. So thank you guys for coming on. Thanks for your questions. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit with me tonight. And yeah, I'll be back next week, next Thursday, 7:30 Eastern Time. Be sure to check out the podcast, eartheretravel.com/podcast. You can get it on iTunes too, on Stitcher. And I will have, here's a teaser for you guys. I will have a new, I'm laughing at Matt Shane's comment. I'm a fan of the Broad Street Bullies. I need security. They haven't been to Broad Street Bullies in a while, man. I don't know if you guys have been watching the Flyers, the Philadelphia Flyers. My Philadelphia Flyers this year, they are a punchless team. They are not a lot of fun to watch. But, Jacqueline, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. Jacqueline Murphy. So what I was going to say is a little teaser. For those of you guys, I know that some of you guys are runners. Walter Songer, Speak of the Devil, I know you're a runner. I will be starting a new podcast. Let me have a drink. It is going to be about running and about Disney and about food. If you guys want to know how I'm going to fit all that in, stay tuned in the next couple of weeks, couple of months, really. I've already started recording it. It's going to be a running related podcast, but it's going to be a lot of different stuff. It's going to be about running, but it's also going to be about life and Disney and Run Disney. And I'm excited. And it's going to eventually tie into my business and what I'm doing with Ear to Their podcast and Ear to Their podcast live and all that stuff. But it's going to be a completely new podcast. I'm going to be rolling it out in the next couple of months. So stay tuned. It's going to be fun. And for my running friends, it's going to be really cool. I hope. I hope you guys give it a chance like you gave the Ear to Their podcast a chance, because it's been a lot of fun and I love doing it. So thank you guys again so much for being on. I see, because I said thank you and goodbye like 5 times, my numbers have been dwindling. So thank you again for coming on. Guys, have a great night. I don't know how to stop this from being live, so I'm going to try to figure it out. Thank you guys again. Have a great night. I'll see you next week.